sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Got some news coming in. Frank Lucas, drug dealer, professional rat. Born in North Carolina, out of Harlem. You might know him as from the American Gangster. Denzel Washington played that role. He's passed away at 88. He was being transported to the hospital, and he passed away in New Jersey Thursday night. We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate the love and support for the channel. Continue to share the videos. And he was famous for having the purest heroin on the streets in the 60s and the 70s. His claim to fame, or his claim to fame in the dope game, was cutting out the middleman and going straight to Southeast Asia to get the purest dope, called the Blue Magic. I was listening to Pee Wee Kirkland, street ball legend, drug kingpin legend. If you don't know the Pee Wee Kirkland story, go check it out, man. Legend in the game, like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Like a clip said, man, he was a ball player. Then he slang drugs on the side. But he said that he knew for a fact that Frank Lucas wasn't getting his shit from directly from Southeast Asia. Yup, he said that in a DJ Vlad TV interview. He said that was a big lie. And I believe him on that one, bro. I don't believe this dude was getting his shit from Southeast Asia. He said that was a complete lie. And but we all know how it ended. You know, he was real low key until he snatched Joe Lewis, one of Joe Lewis' girls, and you know, she bought this chinchilla that's on the right and a hat and all that. And, you know, he caught the eye of the police, and the police started to get on his radar, you know, and, you know, pretty much they seized like over $500,000, almost $600,000 of money. They said he I linked the article in the description. They said he owned homes from Chicago, Detroit, Miami. They seized all of his assets and stuff, and he ended up getting time served for 5 years. He ended up snitching on people in the dope game. He ended up snitching on police. And in the movie, they made it seem like he only snitched on the police officers and people that was extorting him for money. But he snitched on other people in the dope game. All right, he snitched on other drug kingpins and stuff of that nature. And you know, Nicky Barnes, he did the same thing. Nicky Barnes snitched on his team. They formed a team that Frank Lucas didn't want to get involved with, and they was supposed, if somebody failed, they was supposed to be their crutch. And when Nicky Barnes went in, he ended up snitching on this team because they started banging his wife, and they started playing his lawyer fees and shit. But hey, a rat is a rat, and pretty much he snitched on his team, and then Frank Lucas, they made it seem like he only snitched on the police officers. He snitched on other people in the drug game as well too. He did 5 years for time served. And he got released. His family went to witness protection. He went back for selling dope. Did 7 more years. Got out in 91. So at the end of the day, you know, he passed away. But you wouldn't know all this stuff unless you was in the street or you did your research. And the real thing about it is he was a snitch. He was a rat. And rats get no honor, man. You know, he couldn't do. You can't do the crime. You can't do the time. Don't do the crime. That's what they say. And pretty much, I mean, it was probably inevitable for him to get caught because you can't quit the dope game like you can quit Walmart. You can't quit the dope game like you can quit Costco's or the Big Three or the Hyundai plant. You can't just come in and quit. Them people depending on you to move that. And if you think you quit, then they gonna come. You gonna lose your life on instance. You know. So at the end of the day, that's what people don't think about. And for him, he gets no honor. You know, he's dishonored. He's disowned. You know, he worked under Bumpy Johnson. He got caught. He got singing. And it's easy to say from one side of the pendulum and not looking on the other side of the pendulum. You feel what I'm saying? Because when they say you facing life plus 20 years, you know, they say you facing 150 years or 6 life sentences, or it's different. Your whole swag switch up. Your whole demeanor switch up. Now you want to get to telling. And for you to be facing a life, probably more than life, and you only get 5 years, then 7 years again, he was snitching. But it's easy to say when you ain't doing a crime, man. But that's why I tell everybody, man, it's better to be a law-abiding citizen, bro. Because you ball for me, you ball, but it's inevitable for them to catch you. But hey, for him, peace out. 88 years old. He checked out Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellas1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, muscle relaxer rub, 100% all natural. Website, promo code in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you need a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Keep sharing the videos. Check the Patreon out. Want to make a donation? All those links in the description. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know what y'all feel in the comment section.